Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88 and we are back. Little bit delayed for the case 21, but nevertheless, I am back. As you guys can tell, maybe I'm a little darker. Spent a week in Maui on my honeymoon, and since then, quite a few things have been released. For one, you now have pets in the area that you can get. As you can tell, I've already bought them, the sea lion, the dolphin. I don't have the cash to buy the other ones. I would love to always do that, but I don't. I'm saving my cash to speed up the investigations. So I got the owl raccoon. The main thing that they changed with this is that these are points that can be added to the end of your score. Not something I am too particular about. Not that I'm using it. I just personally, my favorite pet is the red panda, because I want experience. The experience is huge for me. Coins, I also want the coins as well, just because I want to be able to buy all the pets when they come out. So that's what I choose. So anyways, guys, please no spoilers. I know that this case is already out, so I'm going to do my best not to read the comments. For those of you guys who are watching this, if you guys know who the killer is, please don't spoil it. I'm always okay with you guys saying you think it is, you think it is. So if you guys know who it is, don't just flat out say this is who it is. Say I think it's so and so, blah blah blah, you know. Just be courteous to everyone. Gosh, Ace, I can't believe there's another storm coming towards us. People have barely had the time to get over Hurricane Ives, and now Hurricane Zelda might finish off destroying the town. Well, Ace, I'm glad to see you. An evacuation site has already been set up in the Thunderstorm Stadium to make sure people will get to safety before the storm hits. The Thunderdome. Oh, what was it called? I can't remember what it was called. It's called the, it's the Thunderdome? It wasn't the Thunderdome. In New Orleans, it was called the Superdome. That's what it's called, the Superdome. So that's pretty cool. And I like that it's Hurricane Zelda. That's pretty cool. Colonel Spengler of the Army Special Projects Division has put in charge of evacuation. I'm sure you remember the Colonel Spengler from the Bayou Blue, Ace. He was a suspect in the murder of the soldier eaten by a giant carnivorous plant. Anyway, I don't trust the man, which is why I want you and Amy to go to the Thunderdome and supervise the evacuation, right now, if you please. Inside the Thunderdome. And of course, if you guys know the Thunderdome, if you've ever seen Mad Max, it's also a call out to that. Well, I see we have a visit from a local law enforcement. I'm not quite sure why you are here, Commissioner Ace. We have the situation under control. We've been called in to reinforce security, Colonel Spengler. Storm evacuations can derail in the blink of an eye. Pacific Bay Police seem to have interesting notions of jurisdiction. I suppose we can cooperate if it is absolutely necessary. Hey, but wait a minute. I see a crate over there that's been opened without my authorization. It's against protocol. Whoever didn't report this on latrine duty is on latrine duty for the full duration of the evacuation. Well, seems like you may need the security help after all, Colonel. You're right, Commissioner Ace. We should have a look around the evacuation center. Woohoo! I'll let everyone know that I am starting the case under the Thunderdome. I love it. I love it, man. I am so happy. The creators of this game, I love my honeymoon. I love going out there, but I could not wait to get back to play this, man. Oh, he's got a dolphin. Oh, shoot. The dolphin's got a hat and everything. That's a dolphin that's leveled up for sure. Alright, so we got a red spotlight. That's easy. Speaker. Oh, space heater. Doll. Speakers. Here. Army gear. And the victim's body. Oh, Nikes, that looks bad. Oh, you guys gotta know, I didn't look at the teeth, so I did not know what the victim was going to be. Ugh. Whew. Over like 140 people have already played this case. Good job, you guys. Way to catch up. Oh no, there's blood and body inside this crate, and there's a weather vein stuck in his throat. How gruesome. This poor man is dead beyond a doubt. Well, I know that man. That's Theo Mercier. I should have known it would come to this. You say you know the victim, Colonel Spengler? Well, Commissioner Ace is right. We will need you to stay here and answer some questions. And Ace, you've already found a clue. This messy pile of army gear does seem a little bit out of place, I agree. It could be hiding an essential piece of the puzzle. Well, as always, guys, give me a little bit of time and I'm going to grab a whole bunch of stars, but let's always start that autopsy. And I'll see you guys when I grab some stars. Au revoir. Alright, folks, we're back. Let's examine the army crate. Ooh, a water bottle. Well, good catch, Ace. You found an evacuation water bottle in the pile of army gear. Well, not that I'm doubting you, but shouldn't we be more concerned by the hand grenades? Yeah, well, I do see. The water bottle seems to have blood on it, and you're just the person to collect a sample. Thank goodness we're teamed up again. Thank goodness you guys have Ace Charming back in the thick of things. And I didn't realize it till right now, and I'm sure somebody will probably make a comment about it, but my shirt actually matches the background. Was not planned for my first time back. But please, guys, like and comment down below. I've missed you guys all. I've missed you guys liking. I've missed you guys commenting. Hope to see you guys back in full force. But excellent, Ace. Now that you've collected a blood sample from this water bottle, we can send it to the lab for analysis. Perfect. Ooh, 3 hours. I can do that. Alright, Colonel Spangler. Colonel Spangler, earlier you identified the victim as Theo Mercier. Can you tell us more about him? Ha! As soon as he stepped into the stadium, we had reports of theft from other evacuees. Never mind the panic he was spreading about the lack of medical supplies. Theo Mercier was a real troublemaker. He seemed to delight in other people's misery. Well, it seems like he wasn't making any friends in the stadium. Well, definitely not. I can get you the address of your victim's house, but after that, you'll have to excuse me. There's a lot to do around here. Well, thank you for your time, Colonel Spangler. We'll leave you to the evacuation and go investigate our victim's home. Nice. Another place I'm hoping probably has another, what, 2? Oh, and I got 7 stars, so seems to be the sweet spot for me. To where I can get enough stars to kind of get the investigation going, and then while I'm waiting... Ooh! Cool! Let me just check. You guys can see it. That's pretty sweet. But there's rain, and a lot of the stuff's like moving in the water. That is cool. Okay, anyway, so weather balloon, rubber duck, pink floaty. There's a lot of dolls I have to do. Torn photo, though, that's probably more important. Nice. See, gotta love that 200 experience. It really helps me out. Holy smoke, look at all this water. It feels like Hurricane Zelda's already in full swing. It's not even near the town yet. Yeah, but despite all the water, you managed to find a torn photo in front of the victim's house. If anyone can restore it, it's you, Ace. We also found a radar dish. Yeah, you're right. There's a victim's name written on it, and a red skull. Well, that looks ominous. But I'm sure you'll be able to retrieve the rest of the message that was written on this dish. That's right, man. If it's a thunderstorm, it's going to be tough finding all this information. I'm sure I'll get something out of it, though. Oh, there's Mercier. Who's he with? Well, I knew you'd piece that photo from the victim's house in record time. What is it of? A photo of 2 men holding up a very weird-looking fish. Well, I recognize Theo, but the other man's face has been washed off. Think those blurry features will be enough for you to recognize this man in our database, Ace? Yeah, I hope you're right. Yeah, me too. Let's examine the radar dish, because it's probably going to have something to where we can have some sort of time. Oh crap. Good job, Ace. You uncovered the rest of the message on that radar dish you found at the victim's house. The message reads, Theo, you cheated me. Watch your back. Well, someone was really upset with the victim. Yeah, good idea. Hannah's great with electronics. Maybe she'll be able to tell us more if we send her that radar dish. Almost would have given it to Russell. But I'll give it to Hannah. Getting low on stars, man. Nope, no, this one. Just clicking wildly. You did it, Ace. Now that we know the man on the photo next to our victim is Hugo Mercier. Hugo Mercier? You're right. He must be Theo Mercier's father. I can definitely see the resemblance. Yeah, you're right. We should go see Mr. Mercier and tell him that his son is dead. I'll try not to get emotional. Someone tells me he's not going to be too upset that his son died. Just something about me. Just something about him. What do you want? If you ain't here to help me, you have till the count of 3 to get off my property. Whoa, sir, please calm down. We're the police. I'm afraid we have bad news about your son, Theo. Well, that good-for-nothing fool. What did he do this time? I told you. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, sir, but your son was murdered. His body was found in the Thunderdome stadium. Murdered? Well, that boy cared more about thieving than staying with his own flesh and blood. You do wrong in your life, it's gonna come back to you. I told him not to evacuate. I told him to stay with me and protect our home. But he left. And see where that got him? Sir, Hurricane Zelda will be here in a few days. You should really consider evacuating. I'll never leave this house, you hear me? Even when Theo abandoned me during Hurricane Eyes, I stayed put. And I'll stay through Hurricane Zelda too. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wait for some of this time to go by. That way I can conserve a little bit of cash. See you guys all later. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, and we are back. Let's continue on the rest of this chapter. Ace, I can confirm that the blood on the water bottle you found on the crime scene is the victim. When a dead body can't hold a water bottle, so the killer must have been the one who touched it. That's right, and there's more. I can also tell you that the killer need fear no mosquito. The blood on the bottle was slightly pink, so I did some tests but turns out the blood got mixed with insect repellent. Well, which makes sense in a way. With the stagnant water and heat, Jazztown is facing a malaria threat. So now the killer uses insect repellent. Well, thank you, Jan. I'll write it down. I'll bet you most use of it. That might actually be a very important clue. I'm gonna use some cash to speed all this thing up. Hey, Ace. Interesting radar dish. You really know how to customize your hardware. I can tell you that this type of radar dish is the preferred model for the on-the-spot weather reporters and storm chasers. Oh, like Peggy Pascal, the storm chaser. The one who we suspected of murdering that weatherman. Yep, the kook who thinks this Hurricane Ives was man-made. That's her. Why would Peggy be threatening our victim? You're right, Ace. Better go ask her. Oh dear. Peggy. Let's do the victim as well. Man alive, I'm exhausted. I came into Jazztown yesterday and helped my aunt evacuate. But I'll be better after my 15 cups of coffee. At any rate, I know which I'll wind up sending your victim to my autopsy table. He died from a combination of blood loss and respiratory failure. The weather vane jammed down his throat is definitely the murder weapon, Ace. There's a small mystery here, though, because the top of the weather vane, the rooster, is missing. But on the half that was still jammed in the victim's throat, I found something interesting. Blurred fingerprints with traces of chicory. So the killer drinks chicory? Well, I'll write it down straight away, Ace. That's chicory. Maybe I'll have to ask you guys, what is chicory? Is that something I'm missing? Please let me know. I'm very curious. Oh, hey, Mrs. Harry Potter. Well, seems like you have an issue with defacing weather equipment, Peggy. We found a threat you made to Theo on a radar dish. Theo, who was murdered earlier today. Murdered? Talk about instant karma. Theo sold me this radar dish for my storm tracker, but it was faulty, and he wouldn't give me my money back. So you threatened him? Isn't that a little extreme? I I needed that radar dish so that I could monitor the storm. I can't let what happened during Hurricane Ives happen again. Don't you understand? Anyway, so let's see what we have found in our investigation of Theo's Mercier's murder. Colonel Spangler was furious because Theo stole things from the storm evacuees, an idea supported by what Theo's father told us about his son's priorities. And the victim also tricked Peggy Pascal into buying a faulty radar dish for a storm tracker, which Peggy didn't take well at all. Hey, Commissioner Ace, we have a crisis on our hands. There's been a break-in at the town square pharmacy. The pharmacist says the place has been ransacked. Prescription medication has been stolen. If people are buying and selling the stolen medicine, thousands of lives could be in danger. Alright guys, well, like and comment down below. I'm going to try and get this out as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, if you guys can like and comment, it would mean so much to me. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for being supportive. I'll see you guys in the next chapter. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.